pretty crappy week here in Connecticut with like crazy torrential downpouring thunderstorms all week. And the last time I drove the Mustang in the rain, it was not a fun experience with the fat tires. And I had to drive 100 miles a day, so decided to leave that at my parents' house this week, where it's going to be next week as well, because next week I'm actually going to Florida, so I'm not going to be here. And I'd rather not leave the Mustang at my apartment complex because, I don't know, if someone goes break into all the cars there, I'd rather them only break into one of my cars. Oh yeah. So guys, just want to take a few moments to talk about something that I briefly discussed in one of my previous videos. That video being 5 mods that you should not buy for your new Edge Mustang. One of those mods was lowering springs. Yeah, you heard it, lowering springs. I said that if you're going to lower your car, there's a right and a wrong way to do it, and just buying lowering springs is not the right way to do it. If you're going to buy all the sporting mods for lowering springs, then yeah, by all means, that's the right way to do it. But if you're just going to buy a set of springs and throw them on there and drive it away for the rest of your life, it's not the right way to do it. And you're literally ruining your car. Like, there is a thing called geometry, right? And let me just preface this by saying I'm not an expert, I'm not an automotive engineer, but I think there's an amount of common sense that goes into everything. So guys, when cars are built from the factory, they're designed to be a certain height. All the other components are designed with that in mind. And so when you just go and lower the car, 2.5, 3 inches, you're throwing off the geometry to every other part. And that's why if you get lowering springs for the front end, you should be getting caster camber plates, because Mustangs, New Edge Mustangs, do not have any stock adjustment for caster camber. So you're going to lower the car, you're going to drop it down 3 inches, and the way that these cars are, there's no upper control arm, there's just a strut and a lower control arm. So when you lower it any amount of distance, that strut, that lower control arm is going to come up more, and that strut is going to be pushing inwards, which is going to push your tire at an outward angle. So that means the edges of your tires are just going to wear out. And I actually have a picture, the wheels and tires that I just bought this year for my car, the guy who owned them before me had a new Edge. It was just lower down springs. And I'm going to put a picture up of one of my tires right now. The edges are completely worn, but the middle and the inside edge are completely fine. And that's because he lowered the car, did not make any caster camber adjustment. I guess there's camber adjustment. Didn't make any camber adjustment. And now the outside edges of the tires are completely smooth. And it's not just that. It's also, when you lower the car and change the geometry and things, you're also wearing other parts out faster, not just the tires. You're wearing out the ball joints faster. You're wearing out the tie rod ends faster. That's why, guys, that's why they make bump steer kits. It's so you can adjust the angle that the tie rod sits. And I mean, granted, you really only need those if you go super low, but if I'm not mistaken, the tie rod should actually be lined up. It should be like parallel with the lower control arm. And if it's not, you're wearing that tie rod out faster than it should be. And the ball joint's part of that too. So if you just lower your car on springs, be prepared to just that. When you lower the car, you're changing the travel distance of the shocks. That's why when you buy a lowering, like a proper kit, they're going to come with shocks that are a different length and have a different, I don't know, dampening, I guess, whatever you say. Like the SR, the V2 kit I got, they have the shocks that are adjustable. When there's no weight on the suspension, the shocks should just fit in there nicely. So when you're lowering the car and using the stock shocks, you now have to force those shocks in before you can mount them. So you're basically preloading your shocks. Well, guess what? That's going to wear your shocks out fast. Which, I mean, if there's stock shocks at this point, they're probably not doing anything anyways, so. Guys, that's what happens when you just throw a set of lowering springs on your car. You're ruining everything else. And that's why you should get a proper kit, do it the right way, and not wear everything else out on your car faster than it should be. It's plain and simple. And if you do it the right way, you spend less money in repairs down the road. And guys, I'd hate to admit it, but the whole reason why I made this video was because I definitely had my my first taste of YouTube success. I had a few comments on that video, 5 months that you should not buy, where people just literally told me to shut up. Oh man, it's hilarious. I do thank you guys though for commenting. Ever since you guys commented, told me to shut up, my views and my watch time has like spiked up. It's crazy. So thank you. Keep trolling all you want. I don't care. It's great. But yeah, I got a comment like that, and it didn't really bother me that much. But I guess it made me think that maybe I just didn't explain that well enough in that video. And before all the 15-year-olds that work on their dad's cars keep telling me to shut up, I guess I just want to clarify a few things. So, yeah, I mean, you always hear how successful YouTubers, there's always so much hate in the comments section. But with all that hate comes great success. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it.